Okay, I had the engine stand wouldn't mount over the flywheel, so at this point I've got to take the flywheel off before I put the engine stand on it. The bolts in the flywheel on the back are too tight, because when I try to loosen them, it turns the whole engine. And I don't have anybody else here to hold it, so I had to devise a way to hold it. So what I did was I came around, I took the belt off, I took a picture of the belt routing first. Took the belt off and then took the main crankshaft pulley off and put the two of the bolts back in the holes to use as stops, leverages, whatever. And I put this white bar in there against the power steering pump to keep the engine from spinning. You can see I did it. I just got those two bolts threaded in there pretty good as far as I can go and still hold the pipe. And let the pipe keep the engine from twisting while I loosen the bolts in the back. All 6 of them are loose now, so I'm gonna loosen, take the 6 bolts out, take the flywheel off, and then I can mount on the engine stand. And then it should be go a little faster now. So that's those bolts right there are fine thread, so I couldn't put longer bolts, and I had to reuse the factory bolts and put them back in the hole. They're a little short, but it worked. So, oh, by the way, the crankshaft bolt was pretty dang loose. It came loose from the impact driver. It shouldn't be that loose, so it wasn't torqued right. So this engine's been worked on before, and whoever did it didn't put it all back together as good as they should have. By the way, that's the fuel pump right there. It's got wires going to the bottom of it. So that's the fuel pump. That's the fuel inlet into the water separator. It leaves the water separator. That black hose goes into the fuel pump and then pumps up the carburetor. So it's an electric fuel pump, which is kind of interesting. I guess so anyway, I'm about to when I get the flywheel off, I'm going to put the engine stand on it, and then next video will be with the engine stand on with the hoist off.